What's up, everyone? It's your boy Wabbit from Wabbitshot. Hey, everyone. Today, let's talk about foldable phones. If the future of phones is all about foldable phones now. Everyone's talking about foldable phones. The trend now in technology is foldable phones. Do you think we are ready for foldable phones or not? Or do you think the foldable phones maybe you have seen it's good for the market now? And what do you think about the price range people are coming out with, like the S Fold, the Galaxy S Fold? What do you think about it? That's like the price of two phones. So yes, join me today and let's talk about foldable phones and let's see what's in these foldable phones and if foldable phones is going to be the phones for the future. Okay guys, before we get into foldable phones, let's take a brief history of the evolution of phones. So we started with colorless phones. No, we started with these bulky big phones with one calculator screen. Yeah, no, those olden days Motorola phones with those one screen. So then we moved to a little bit bigger black and white screens. Then later on we moved to these bigger color screen phones. Remember your Nokia 3310, you could play Snake and all those things. And man, those are good days. I know these young guys won't understand what I'm talking about, but we have lived the good days. And from there we moved to these glass screens, these bigger glass screens. Then we had the stylus you could punch touch on your screen, call it touch screen. And Sony Ericsson came up with this kind of nice touch screen phones. Then from there we moved on to this HTC fluid touch screens. Was awesome. We were rushing and Android came with this HTC. I remember the first Android phone I saw was an HTC phone. No doubt about that. Was an HTC phone. Yeah. Then we had I think it was a Motorola or something came with this curve screens. From this touch screens, we had this curve screens. Now we had bezel-less screens with no bezels up and down like the S9, S10 bezel-less screens. And we're moving to another trend of smartphones, foldable. Aside from my soul. And we have seen, like, so far I've seen only 3 foldable phones and a last concept from Motorola. The first one is the Flex Pi, I think, yeah, Royal Flex Pi or something. And the second one is Samsung S Fold. And the last one I saw recently was the Mate X. Huawei Mate X. Yeah, that was for the Royal Flex Pi. It's still gimmicky. Software, everything. When I saw the demo of it, it didn't look really ready for the market. But the S Fold and the Huawei Mate X, they are fully good, ready for the market. 2 foldable screen concepts, but really great. And I'm hoping one day I get my hands on them and do a review for y'all. So let's move on. So, like, what do I think about foldable phones right now? To me, I think foldable phones are not ready. They are not ready. It's a new concept, right? It's just imagine the first iPhone was ugly. Yeah, the first iPhone was ugly. You can go back and check. But it was good back then, but it was ugly. Like, when you're thinking about it. But later on, see the number of years that has gone by and how it has evolved. Smartphones have evolved, and we have all these great phones and great cameras coming up. So the same thing with foldable phones. I think for now it's an early concept. You get it. I wouldn't dive in yet, like fully accept foldable phones, but I think it's going to be the new trend because All we need is bigger screens and a smaller body, and that's what foldable phones is providing us. One simple phone that unfolds into a tablet. No, it's better than holding that bulky big tablet. And the funny part is some guys will be receiving calls holding their tablet like this, and when I see that, I just laugh. So imagine you have a small phone, maybe a 4.7-inch screen phone that unfolds to a 7-inch. Wow, that's great. That's great, and I'm sure that's what's going to be. That will be the trend in the future. Like that's what almost everyone will be willing to have. So like so far, these are the companies that have come out with their foldable phones, and the Motorola phone. I don't know if you remember this old Motorola flip phones. If you remember those days, there was this dope Motorola phone, this Motorola Razr phone. Remember, like it's so stylish, sleeky flip phone. That design was dope. Motorola's new phone concept, it's similar to their old Razr phone, but this time instead of the keypad down, it's going to be a whole phone, the full phone, which flips. Let me use that word, flips open like the Razr phone, but it's going to be a whole screen. So yes, I think that is my opinion about foldable phones right now. I really don't. I think it's a new concept, and the software to support foldable phones now, it's Google hasn't, Google, the mother of Android, hasn't come up with any software that will support foldable phones. So um it's these companies creating their foldable phones that are tweaking their Android OS to suit their foldable phones. So till then, if we have good software to match the hardware, then I'll be fully accepting foldable phones. I'll dive fully into foldable phones. But for now, I think foldable phones is a new concept. So we should give it some number of years, maybe 2-3 years time. You see what the foldable phones come. We have a lot of screen concepts are in, and they died off, like the curved screen. Like no one uses the phone with the curved screen no more because that concept died off. I really didn't understand, because imagine your phone with a curved screen, put in your pocket, and someone hits it, breaks. Or yeah, the same to the foldable phones now. I still doubt the durability of it, because the hinges that's enables it to bend. If you constantly bend it open for more than 100,000 times, it will get weakened. Yeah, it might even spoil, or the screen might crack or something. I don't know, but I don't really. And when it drops, I don't think it's that durable for it to. And when it drops, the screen will just maybe messed up. So yeah, in my opinion, I think foldable phones is a new concept. So we should exercise patience a bit. If you have the money to afford, you can buy and maybe invite me to come and test it out and make a review out of it. Because I don't have that money. Galaxy, the Samsung S Fold is $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. That's like two phones. Yeah, like that's a S10, twice of S10. Oh, I'll just go for S10. Thanks for watching. This is your boy Wabbit, and if you enjoy this content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and all those other stuff all these YouTubers tell you to do. And I'm out once again. Catch you in the next video. Peace, double rock on, and